Hey, how's it going, guys? So in this video, I'm going to go over our monthly expenses and how you can track yours as well. Let's dive into it. So before I dive into our monthly expenses, I kind of just want to break down why you should be tracking your expenses to begin with. So by tracking your expenses, you're able to kind of see how much money you're spending per month. And once you're able to break it down by categories, you're able to kind of see, oh, I'm spending this much money on this stuff, or I'm spending this little bit of money on this stuff. And it kind of gives you pretty much an overall idea of where you're at financially and where you can change things up if you want to. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into what we spent for September 2022. Let's dive into it. All right, so I have the monthly expense tracker template that I created for you guys right here. So basically what you would do is you would go line by line on your bank app, and you're going to literally just write down what the item was, what the category is, the amount, and the level of importance. I know it's going to be some tedious work, but this is actually inspired from Steve Antione's video that I watched a while back, and I just kind of wanted to create something for you guys too. So the way the template works is you go here in the list column, and here you have category and importance, and I also just kind of wrote some notes here on how this works. But basically the shaded areas are everything that you have as a category. So I just wrote down the ones that I have, but if you wanted to add another one, so let's say dog toys. All right, so you have a dog and every month you buy a certain amount of dog toys for your dog. That's cool. So now that you wrote it down here, if let's say, I think Chewy is a good one. That's a monthly subscription to dog toys. So let's say the item is Chewy. The category now is here on dog toys. You click that. You click on the amount, type in the amount. So let's say 25 bucks. And then the level of importance depends on what you label it at. So essential is absolutely need it. Have to have is something that just brings you a lot of joy in your life, and it's just one thing that if you don't need to cut it out, you would like to just have it. You just have to have it. Nice to have is not as important as have to have, but it is also just brings you more joy as well, but it's like on a lower level of have to have. So nice to have and shouldn't have is just something that you just don't really need, but you just kind of paid for. So anything that you regret buying is a shouldn't have. So let's say the Chewy dog toys is nice to have. So basically you go ahead, go down the list and write down your expenses for the month. So be completely transparent with yourself. Don't lie to yourself, because it's very easy to just label something as essential when it's a have to have, or label something as have to have when it's maybe something that you shouldn't have. But just be completely transparent with yourself. Again, only you're gonna see this unless you have like a partner and you want to share with them too. But just be as honest as possible as you can while doing this, because you're gonna be able to see the numbers actually work for you as you do it. All right, so diving in, let's say you did everything. I'll just go straight to the one that I wrote down for mine. Let me show you how to make pivot tables, because pivot tables are really cool. All right, so I'll just delete those for now. All right, so now that you have it here, you're gonna highlight all of these, just like that. Then you're gonna click insert, pivot table, and then you're gonna click existing sheet. You're just gonna click on where you want it to be. So I'll just say right here, click OK. Then you're gonna click create, and boom, it's gonna pop that out. And then on rows, you're gonna click add rows. You're gonna click on category, and then on values, you're gonna click on amount, and then you're gonna sort category by sum of amount, and then you're gonna order it by descending value. So here you can have an idea of how much you spend in a nice organized way, which is really cool. So as you can see, our rent is $1,900.17. Our auto expenses, we spent a lot of money on our car last month. Investing was cool. We were able to put in $480 into investing, giving, So you're able to kind of see that for the month, we spent $4,709.07, and that kind of gives you an idea of how much you spent for the month. So this month specifically was a little bit more expensive than usual months, just because we did have to prepare for Hurricane Ian and things like that. But roughly we spent about $3,500 to $4,500 a month. This one, like I said, was a little bit more than usual. All right, so now that we have all our expenses nice and labeled and categorized, we can now go into another pivot table and measure the level of importance on the expenses that we purchased. So now what we can do is highlight these items again. So A to D, you're gonna click Insert, Pivot Table. We already have everything labeled here on the data range. You're gonna click Existing Sheet. And again, we're gonna just tell it where we want it. So we're gonna say right there, that looks good. Click OK, Create. And then here for rows, we're gonna click on Importance. Values, we're gonna click on Amount. Sort importance by sum of amount, and then descending order. And then here we have our level of importance labeled out. All right, so now that we have our essentials labeled out, here we are, and here we can see where we're at. So this $2.14 purchase was the Minions movie on Redbox. We rented it out that way, and we actually ended up falling asleep halfway because we were just tired. So that's probably a purchase that we probably shouldn't have bought, but that's okay. Nice to have, and we can kind of just go back in and see. But as you can see, we can probably cut out $32 from last month's budget, and we could have saved that, put it towards savings or something else like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool because you can kind of see where you're at, where your savings. You can kind of see just real quick, like a bird's eye view of where everything else is. So for the month of September, we were able to save $170.04, which is cool. We were able to actually give a lot too, which is cool. So $385.59. Investing was cool, $480. And yeah, so although this full number right here says we spent $4,709.07, out of that, $480 was for investing and $170 was for saving. So even though we spent that money is still ours. It's kept, it's producing more money down the line, but I just label it as an expense here just to kind of give me an idea of what money comes out from my checking account every month. So yeah, so there you have it. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you download so go ahead, download the template. It's free. It's in the links below. And then I also include in the video description as well, how to create your own categories if you're interested in learning how to use Google Sheets a little bit more effectively. I'll link a video that kind of breaks down how to do this, so you can do it yourself one day if you want to create your own template. And yeah, I also linked the video to Steve Antonio's YouTube video that kind of inspired me to make this video. All right, so thank you so much. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next month. Peace.